think we might have let fatigue hit a little bit. I think just mental lapses, we're up 3, we give them a 3, we're up 3, we give them a 3, we're up 3, we give them a 3. Can't do that, They were hitting shots that, of course, they always hit their Iowa State. And I think we were settling a little bit coming down in the stretch when our best chance was getting downhill. I mean, we were dominating the boards, in my opinion. Like, at the end, even if we didn't get a bucket of the basket by a guard or someone else, Bella or Bugs were going to be in there to get the rebound. So I think it was just mental lapses and just kind of settling.
Yeah, Coach Fenley said that couldn't keep y'all off the boards. I mean, was that just, kind of the attitude to attack the glass?
Absolutely. That's been, I think I've told you about a million times now, an emphasis for the whole team tonight, especially just because we know we're playing shooters, so we wanted to get it out and go. And it took everybody coming in to get those rebounds. Our guards even pulled several down. So, but yeah, just that rebounding was really important to finish those possessions.
Caitlin, obviously the shooting wasn't there, but did you feel like the energy was there that maybe y'all lacked in particularly the last couple of games?
I think definitely energy. I think we're so different from past teams where, yeah, we have a lot of talent, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, but we are a defensive team. We have been told so many times by Coach Nikki, Coach Tony, Coach Ty, all of them, like, that is our identity, and we need to claim that identity. We can't sit here and fool around with Oklahoma State and Oklahoma and Kansas State and West Virginia and all these other teams that we need to be able to defend because we are a defensive team. So I think from the start, we were very locked in. We were very on point. We didn't start out great offensively, but we were able to keep them to what our goals were defensively, for sure.
Kate, obviously, you would rather be on the floor, but to have Bella and Bugs playing like they did out there, is that something to build on?
Oh, God, yeah. They're so tough, y'all. When I tell you guys, like, I promise y'all, no other like, they're insane. Like, I'm over there screaming on the bench. I'm getting lightheaded standing up. Like, yeah, I would love to be out there. Like, and coaches told me that several times. Sometimes I feel like there's just things I literally can't help when it's a baby tap or, like, just things like that. Like, I can't control the refs in situations. But the fact that they were able to just bring that energy. Like, I think in both OTs and even fourth quarter, they were the two that brought energy. And that's so big for freshmen. Like, you do not see that anywhere else in the country, in my opinion. And they're going to be buckets. They are buckets right now, and they're going to continue to grow.
Was this the most physical game of the season? I mean, there's been a lot of them, but it was pretty...
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty physical. This conference, everyone's big. Everyone's going to bring their best. And it's a battle of willpower, too, because everyone's big, but some people aren't as physically strong or as physically capable. But, heck, little man wins. So, you just got to go in there with that mentality and be strong.
Caitlin, is it frustrating? Y'all contained Ashley Jones most of the game. She had 2 points at half. You look, and she finishes with 27 because she shot 14 free throws.
I didn't know that. Shoot.
I don't know how
You want me to count? Yeah. I'm not really sure how to... Like, I think, and I said this at half, I was like, dang, because there's a big difference in Big 12 tournament and March Madness tournament in the way refs ref. Like, it's a whole different ball game. First game we played Iowa State, there was a few chip ones, like, you're like, all right, come on, like, let us play a little bit. And I feel like this game, first half, like, we're getting slammed, this, that, like, we're getting at it. And then second half, you kind of see some chippy ones where you're like, okay, like, come on, like, we're like, we got to continue to play. But even then, I think we just got to lock in on, there were a couple times where we didn't rotate. Like, and when I tell you we are so big on, like, rotation, like, that is the drills continuously what we did this week in practice and every week in practice. And I think there were a couple drives that Ashley got where we just weren't there, where we would have been there in the first and second quarter. And whether that's mental lapse or their fatigue, and that's just where we got to, as Nikki would love to say, just get tougher. We just got to be tougher when it comes down to games like that.
Bella, obviously you guys need a win. I'll go to TCU Wednesday. You beat them pretty handily the first conference win today, beat K-State. How much do you need to go on the road to get one now?
I think we treat it the same as every other game. As awesome as it would have been to win this game tonight, I don't know about you, Kate, but I think we made strides tonight. I think the energy and the effort and everything that we've been working on from a growth perspective all season, especially this past week of practice, it has really started to show. So I think we approach it the same as any other game. We scout them the same as we scout every other team, and just come out and learn from tonight and carry that over with us to that game. Thank you.
We didn't make shots. I mean, but that was the story of the night. I think there were multiple opportunities for us to go from 2 to 5 or 4 to 7, and with shots from players that I just, we're all used to seeing make shots. I just thought eventually one of those wide open threes was going to go for Jamie, or Sarah, or Jaden. We didn't. You think about why we were able to win up at Iowa State. Sarah and Jamie down the stretch made plays, so I mean that was a big part of it. Like we just, I thought Donarski made it tough too. To start, we made a mistake, giving up the 3, no question. We didn't stay attached. The ball went downhill. They're a team that's really good at driving the ball downhill and playing behind them. They're always filling in behind. And if you get hung up, like flowing to the ball and don't see your player and, don't, and they hit a couple. They missed a couple. But, we still had a lot of opportunities. And, I mean, I'm super proud of what those freshmen did today. That wasn't easy to be in that kind of game. Iowa State doesn't play a freshman. They don't play a freshman. And the kids that were making plays late were 3-year starters and 5-year starters. And I think that's. But I ran a play to get Bella a 3, and she hit it, and that's huge. That's a play I ran for Liz last year, and that was gutsy, is what that was. Bugs getting on the boards and getting and ones, and that was gutsy. They battled and they wore down, and that's twice as many minutes as Bella's played in a game this year, and she looked tired, I thought, at the end. We all looked tired, but you know what? They were tired too. They played fewer minutes off the bench. Their bench played fewer minutes than our bench. So, we really didn't have that excuse. I wish Caitlin would have been there for us. But, I thought we did enough to win. But when you have a 3-point lead and they have the ball, you can't give up a 3, you just can't give up a 3. And Donarski only made 2 of them, but that was one of them. I mean, it's plays like that you just, and even on one of the last plays, they doubled Sarah, we swung it. Jamie was open, probably had the ability to attack a closeout there. But we made the right play. We got the ball to the most open person, and we just didn't make any shots.
Nikki, you kind of mentioned it at the end of the regulation. I mean, y'all had several chances, even in the last minute. I mean, Jamie missed
2 free throws.
I think it was during that time where she missed just a wide open 3.
Mm-hmm.
How frustrating is that? When you have chances like that to kind of finish the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing. I think Jamie's a really good shooter. And she got a couple tonight where no one was even running at her, and And you just think those are going in. You do. Like, I believe in her ability to shoot the basketball. So you believe those are going in. The free throws, you got to make them. I mean, you just, you attack, you pick up a foul. You got to make those. She missed 2. Jaden missed 1 down the stretch. Like you have to put the game away when you have opportunities, and we let them hang in there, and they just made 1 more play than us, 2 more plays than us, I mean, even on the last, I didn't have a timeout, but there was 9 seconds to go, and we had a play that I thought we could get a 3 on, that we diagrammed up when they called their play, and we turned it over, and we only had 13 turnovers. And we might not have made the shot, but I sure would have liked to have gotten a shot, there. And it was just the open shots and free throws. It's a rebound here, it's a rebound there, it's a missed assignment here or there. But man, Jones was 7 for 24, and I know she made a couple late, and she got aggressive and got to the foul line, but we did a really good job on her. I know you're going to look at 27 and 11 and say that's a really, really good game, but when I think about the progress that those freshmen have made, and thinking at some of the matchups that they've had this year, and I look at box scores, and Maddie Segrist was 21 of 25 from the field and had 50 points in a game. I think she scored 80-some in 2 games. We were looking back at the numbers. Our game, I know she got 22, and there was a game she had 21, but the 22 she had against us was her lowest point per shot of the season. We're doing some good things. Those kids are growing up. Just wish that, it had meant a W, because I thought our 3 forwards, 19, 19, and 13,
But to that point, with the 3 front court players playing like they did, do you ever consider starting those 3 with 2 guards?
It's really hard. Okay, it's really hard because defensively it's a bit of a struggle, and Bella gets tired really, really quickly, and so it's could we start them? Yes. Do I want to play them together? Yes. Does Kate's foul trouble ever let us play them together? Rarely. Rarely. So we did it a little bit against K-State, but it's we're not a team that Liz and Queen were so easy to throw the ball to. And I don't mean just because they were good, which they were. Kate is strong, but she's 6'1". She's not a traditional low post player. Bella's strong, but doesn't always know where to post or when to post. Bugs is so good, but she's not really a post-up player yet. And so they're not easy to throw the ball to. You could just throw the ball anywhere, and Queen and Liz were going to go get it, right? And then they were strong enough and physical enough to go get it, know there was a crowd coming. We tried to go inside early, and everyone on their team came to the lane on Caitlin early, right? Bugs is just this wide, and she plays this wide. And I think sometimes that's why she's so effective, because she just gets around people, and gets to the basket. And when she's got no one between her and the basket, she's really good. But there's not tons of times that you see her with like a low post game. I thought Bella tried to be really physical tonight. But I think what people don't understand is the reason why Bella got some of those post ups is because they switched everything. So they had Emily Ryan guarding Bella. Like, it wasn't Ashley Jones guarding her. It wasn't Morgan Kane guarding her. It wasn't even Dew guarding her. It was Ryan. You know, like they started the game. They played a lot of triangle and two. They played 40 minutes, basically 40 minutes of triangle and two when we played them up there. They were about half and half today. They played man, and they switched everything in stretches. And so, you know, we need to be a better passing team. But, you know, they need to learn to pass to one another. And like I was saying this on the radio, like, we had 2 days to prep for them. They had 3 for us. But for 2 days, we worked on high-low passing, you know, with those posts. Like, hey, they're going to switch. We're going to get Emily Ryan in a switch. And it wasn't pretty to watch, you know, in the breakdown drill. They just need repetition. But not many teams do that. So you work on the things that you're getting ready to face. You work on a hard hedge if teams are going to jump out. You work on if they're going to fight over screens. Kansas State went under every screen, so I spent the whole game trying to set our screens lower, change the angle of our screens. Like, you know, I mean, that's the biggest difference between young guys and older guys. Like, by the end of the year last year, Queen, Liz, and Kate knew if they're switching, we do this. If they're hedging, we do this. If they're, you know, like it was something that they'd played longer, you know? Like, we're still just trying to get these guys to screen, you know? And they were great, you know? And so, like, it's just, but there's just a difference. There's a difference between kids that have done it over and over and over again. And, you know, I asked them the first time out of the third quarter, what are they doing differently in this half? You know, Bugs can't answer because I told Bugs before she checked in, hey, here's what they're doing. You know, look for your slip. They're switching every ball screen, right? And they're kind of like, they look at me, and eventually a couple of the guards are like, they're switching. Like, but they're not 100% sure. You know what I mean? Like, so I thought, so did I always think we were going to be big this year? Yes. I thought we were going to be big. I thought we were going to be playing with Dre and be super versatile. And Asia playing the 3. Asia practiced at the 3 from June to early November, and then we moved her to the 4 a little bit, and then we moved Bella to the 3. You know, and Bella had taken nothing but reps at the 3 for 6 weeks to get her ready to play the 3 and be a spacer and get her to be able to ISO and post up against guards. And, you know, and so it just, like, the nature of this season, it's hard to practice those 3 a lot together because of the foul trouble and because, you know, I mean, Bugs is cramping every game. And you know, like, when Bella's fresh, she's really, really good. And when Bella gets tired, you can see it on her face. You can see it how she moves. You can see it how she runs. And she needs a break. And then she can go back at it, you know? But it's just, that's the challenge. Now you eliminate your best bench player, you know? Because Bugs gives us so much energy off the bench. You know, if we went and started Bugs again, Bella gives us a different look when she comes in because she can stretch the D and shoot the 3. So it's hard because we need a spark off the bench too. We need production off the bench.
Nikki, I was looking here. So Sarah played like 49 minutes, a little over that. I mean, just talk about her kind of gritting and grinding out there. And I mean, it seemed like she drew a lot of attention, even though she didn't have, you know, maybe the best offensive day.
Yeah, I mean, she just didn't make any shots. I mean, I thought, you know, she didn't turn it over either, though. Like, she's turned it over the last couple games. You know, I thought she guarded well all night. You know, I thought at times she played the point, at times she played off the ball. I tried to run actions to get her shots. You know, I mean, Donarski has guarded her really well both games. I mean, she's really physical. She bodies. She rarely gets, you know, when you look at Donarski had 3 fouls. I can guarantee you 2 of them. I'm not sure about the third one. Was when she got in a switch. And she was guarding Bugs, and she got beat on the glass. And then Bugs took it up, and she fouled around the rim. But on the perimeter, that kid competes. She moves her feet. She's not the quickest guard in the Big 12, but she's fantastic at a push step and picking the spot ahead that you're going to and staying on balance. Like, she's really, really good. You know, she rarely gets off balance. You know, and I just thought she was there all night. You know, on Sarah. I thought when Sarah could have got herself going. When they were switching everything and I was putting her in the middle of the floor and trying to set high ball screens and trying to get Ashley Jones in the ball screen and let Ashley Jones switch on her, I thought that was opportunity for Sarah to like really attack Jones downhill. And I thought she did once or twice, but I thought she could have done it more. But that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get her in switch situations to get her going, you know, because – you know, her baskets all came early, you know. I mean, just really, really came early. A kick-out 3 from Jaden, you know, so. Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. It's tough to play 49 minutes. Emily Ryan did it too, you know, and their numbers weren't that dissimilar other than Emily Ryan grabs 1 million rebounds every game. Like, she's just a really good rebounding guard. And some of it is by nature of being around the rim. But, like, the one thing that and we had to do it some, but not as much. Like, we switched certain actions, and so then our guards had to battle Dew and Jones on the post-up. But Emily Ryan was down there having to battle all night, you know? Like, they actually switched the matchups, too, because in the first half and even all the way up at their place in their triangle, Emily played the top of their triangle. So in all those switches, she was taking the roll down. But one of their adjustments they made was putting Fritz, so their biggest 3 players were kind of in that triangle. And I would call it more of an inverted triangle based on, you know, kind of how they guarded us. But yeah, we just needed one more shot to go, you know. I mean, a couple more free throws to go.
Nikki, in the first overtime, was that play designed to go to Bugs when you had the inbounds from over by your bench? She made it. I mean, she made this unbelievable catch, but I'm guessing it wasn't going there.
You know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. No, we were going to use clock. We were inbounding the ball, and we were going to run a play. We were going to hold it and run a play. You know, the thing that, like, people don't understand as a part of coaching, and I know that I know it's my job, and that's what everyone who dislikes me and everyone who thinks I can't coach, and I know I can coach. Like, I don't but it's like you have to develop like a year ago, J. Lou took the ball out of bounds for us. Like, I trusted J. Lou to take the ball out of bounds. She was a 6th-year senior. She didn't turn the basketball over very much, like, you know, like, and now Caitlin's my security blanket, right? So, but the problem with Caitlin is that she's also my best screener. So if she takes it out, then she can't be the screener in the play. So we've been in all these situations where you got to get the ball in bounds, or you got to, and we've had, and I know, like, I will take all the blame on this. I will take every bit of it. But I can't ask a freshman to inbound the ball. I can't do it. Like, especially with no timeouts. You know, like when you take your last timeout, you can't ask them to do that, right? But we've turned it over against Michigan. We turned it over, you know, and so I'm still like, I know this sounds like I can't coach, but I'm still searching for the kid to inbound the basketball when Caitlin can't, or when I need Caitlin to get a catch, and I know she'll understand when to slip to get the catch, and then the pass to look for, right? She can't be in 4 spots at once, you know? And ironically, it's rarely that I need Caitlin to be the one scoring. I just need her to be out there, you know? And so on that play, I'm like, I need Sarah to inbound the ball. She'll be the safest, right? And she lost her balance. Like, she started wanting to inbound it one way and felt like it wasn't open. And so, no, like, that was no part of the play. But I felt like we deserved some, like, blind luck. Like, we deserved them saving the ball from going out of bounds and throwing it to Jaden for a layup. Like, it was like the basketball gods finally said, here. You know, like, we had 2 plays like that. Like, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But, you know, to see what happened at OU and Bugs save it to them, and for them to do the same thing and throw it to us, it was like, you know, like, it's like almost like I'm looking down at Bill going, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And, you know, like, the exchange I had with Bill will always mean way more than the 15,000 people that don't think I'm good enough. You know, so for all the people that think I should be fired and have a lot to say, A, I don't read it. A, I don't. So, and B, people that know. And people that don't. And I'm just going to keep coaching my butt off. And we're going to keep getting better. And, you know, and it just doesn't matter what people say. And, you know, we continue to play competitive basketball. And we're going to turn the corner. And it may not look like everybody wants it to look for us. But I believe in Sarah's ability to shoot it, and Jamie's ability to shoot it, and Jaden's ability to attack and get to the rim, like, you know, and hit her jump shot and make an open 3. And you know, just like when Bugs and Bella and Kate are struggling, I believe in them too, you know. And so, you know, we once again did a lot of things to win this basketball game. But, you know, we had a couple veterans step up, you know, for them and beat us, you know, and I thought we were flying around. We were causing turnovers. We didn't turn them over much in the second half and overtime, but, you know, we were really dialed in game plan wise. We just didn't make shots, you know, and you know, we got to make free throws late for sure.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.